So here's a little bit of unnecessary trivia for you. The Space Jam movie? Never seen it. Not at all. I did have the soundtrack though, but the movie? Never seen it. Hey, so what's going on, people? First off, before I go getting too far into this, so I'm trying out some different settings on the camera and all that, because just messing around with stuff because I got all this free time and whatnot. So hopefully this video comes out like it's supposed to. Otherwise, I might have to do it twice, and I don't want to do that. I mean, I will have done it, so I won't want to have to do it again. But anyway, so hopefully it comes out like it's supposed to. So just want to put that out there. So if you're looking at it and it seems like it looks a little different, there you go. Anyway, so moving on, right? This pair of shoes in particular, it's another one of those shoes that I picked up some time ago and just haven't worn yet. This time around, these came out, maybe December, I guess, of 2016, something like that. And they just haven't made it out of the box. There was a day when it was going to happen. I remember that because I was going to go to the mall with a good friend of mine at the time. But then he was like, yeah, I'm going to wear my Space Jams today. And I was like, well, I know what I'm not wearing now. I have successfully narrowed it down to 100 or so other pairs of shoes. But anyway, so there's that. I do want to get these worn though, because I had a little conversation with DB Kicks last night, I believe it was, because he had done a video about where he was talking about his shoes that he hasn't worn yet, top 10 shoes he hasn't worn yet or whatever. And it happened for whatever reason, but we both kind of agree that letting your shoes just live in a box kind of sucks, right? At some point there will have been a link above here where you can click on and watch the video and all that, and then you can come back and finish this later or whatever you want to do. But I do suggest going and watching it because he did have a really nice lineup. But anyway, so it's another one of those shoes that I haven't worn, would like to, and hopefully soon will, but we'll see what happens. So here we go. This right here, this is a very recognizable box. Got the 23, you also got the 45. Which one do you see first depends on you. On the side here, you got all that standard stuff going on there. So there's that for you. Now these, like I said, came out in 2016, and that's back in the olden times, back when you used to have to do these little paper tickets to do your raffles, right? And the good people at Finish Line and Foot Locker over in, what was that, Cielo Vista over in El Paso? Yes, I was able to walk away with a lot of wins back in those days. A lot of wins back in those days. So I liked that. I did. And now, it's a different system or whatever. But back then, I was able to get in, I got two pairs because I was thinking, like, maybe one of these I can trade for something later because people are going to want Space Jams, right? Well, yeah, and they did want Space Jams, but if you wanted a pair, you got one because they were not super hard to come by, at least from what I saw. Maybe your experience varies, I don't know. But anyway, so there's that. Now, let's go ahead and get on into this, shall we? Oh, well, that's kind of cool. On the top of the box, you got some space stuff going on there, so that's nice. Set this thing over here. And then you got the XI, the 11 thing going on there, so that's all pretty all right. That's showing up right? Oh, it should be, yeah. Yeah, that's showing up right. So I kind of liked how they used to do these boxes where they were all elaborate and whatnot, but at the same time, it's part of the reason I haven't worn this stuff because taking it out of the box just took a lot more effort than I feel like it should have. But I did wear my 7210s quite a bit. So there is that. And then you got the standard paper on there with a 45 on there. Other than that, it's just plain black. Now, let's go ahead and get on into this, shall we? All right. Got this one out here. It's looking pretty good. And now take this one out. See how it's looking. I still got the receipt in here. I think this was one of those ones they didn't let me get a discount on it. They were terrible people that day, I mean, it's not their fault. They let me walk away with a lot of discounts that I shouldn't have walked away with, to be honest. So when I didn't get this one, I was like, man, I can't even complain, They used to let me double up on stuff and whatnot, but then, corporate started locking down on things, and well, we can't let you do that anymore, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, it's cool while it lasted. Anyway, so moving on. Let's see. Looking at these things here. I meant to look at the side of the box, but I want to say it says like black and Concord and white or something like that. Whatever. But anyways, looking at these things here, these are pretty nice. Like, I like these. They're very plain. They are exceptionally plain. But they look nice though, so that's cool. All right. Anyways, let's get moving on into this. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is now review time on this right here, the Air Jordan 11 Retro Space Jam, right from 2016. Slight difference. So, anyways, gonna do this whole review real quick. Nothing too in depth. So, looking across the bottom, you got the icy outsole there, nice and clear. A lot of people don't like that on account of some yellowing and whatnot, but hey, you can't expect anything to last forever. Then you got a little bit of the Concord. I believe that's that color up here and back here. I think that's the color they use for that. I don't know. But either way, it's kind of a bluish color down there, so that's cool. And then on to the midsole. Nothing fancy about that. It's just your standard white. And then moving up, you get one of the things that kind of identifies the 11 in most cases, not all. But this patent leather that swoops all around here, right? Nothing new to anybody, right? It's very nice and shiny, minus the parts where my fingers were. But that's okay. Hopefully you guys don't hold that against me. But yeah, so there's that. Just plain standard black. And then moving on past that, onto the upper, you've got the typical mesh style thing that you see on a lot of these with those little lace locks. One of the things about 11s that I do like is this design. Like the way these strap looking things are that hold the laces in. I don't know why, but that could be my favorite thing about the 11s. But anyway, so there's that. And then holding in place is just some pretty standard ropey style laces that you see on a lot of these. And looking in there on the tongue, that's the same style material that you see on the outsides. It just says Jordan on the inside. So there's that. And then moving right along to the back here, you've got the Jumpman and the 45. So there you go. There's not a whole lot to say about this. It's, like I said, a very plain shoe, but it's really nice. Quality-wise here, though, the leather that's around the upper ankle area, lower ankle area, whatever you want to look at, that's pretty decent. Nothing amazing, pretty decent. But this part here where the 45 is, that part is very soft, very plush, so I like that. The tongue, not so much, just kind of your standard thing. And nothing really going on in there. Let's see. The one other thing, and I'm not going to bother taking it out because but one thing I do like about these, not all 11s, but at least the ones that came in the fancy box from what I remember, they have these colored shoe tree things going on. So this one's got that nice blue to kind of match with like the bottom of the shoe. I think it might have been red on the 7210s. I honestly don't remember because I haven't pulled those out in a long time. Minus yesterday when I was moving boxes all around, but still. I haven't worn them in a long time, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know what those were like on the inside anymore, but it is one of the things I like, just this little blue thing. Yeah, so you pull that out a little more so you can get a little better view of it. It's something that you're obviously not going to see when you're wearing the shoe because you're not going to carry that around with you, right? Unless you're weird. If that's you, yeah, I'm just going to have to call you weird and you're just going to have to live with it. But you're not going to have that, right? So it doesn't really do anything. It's more of a presentation side of things, right? But in that sense, it is still pretty nice. So I don't think there's much else left to say about this, so I can go ahead and get this thing wrapped up. So also, the sizing. I haven't worn a lot of 11s, but I'm going to say that they're true to size. I feel like that's right. If you disagree, that's fine. Go ahead and drop that comment down below. But if you do agree, go ahead and drop that comment down below too. Because, people like to know things. But I want to say the last 11 that I did was it the breads, I guess? And I don't remember if I did an on foot in those or not. I honestly don't remember because that was when I was staying at some other people's house and I just didn't have the room to do all that stuff all the time. So I don't know if I did it or not, but either way, I'm leaning towards true to size on the 11s, meaning like whatever you have in like a Jordan 1, wear that in these. So that's what I have to say about that. And now now we can get this whole thing wrapped up. So thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Speaking of appreciating things and whatnot, if you saw the last video I did, the one with the 11 or the one with the 12s, the wool 12s, you may have noticed a little giveaway tucked away in there. If you didn't, it's fine. Don't worry about it now because you lost because somebody already claimed it. But you know, maybe you want to go back and check it out again or something, or just watch that video if you haven't seen it and see if you notice it the second time around. You know, I don't always like to put things out in the open, but every now and then I do. So maybe I'll do a little more of an easy to find one sooner or later. It's been a while, right? I kind of feel like it's been a while. Anyways, that's it for me. You guys, girls, whatever, have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever it is, wherever you are. I am going to get this thing thrown up onto the internet so that you can watch it, hopefully at a decent time today before, well, I guess most people have their days wide open now. So, I don't know, I guess just watch it whenever. I don't know. All right. Again, seriously though, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Thanks for commenting or liking or disliking, whatever you want to do. You know, any amount of attention is good in most cases. So thanks. All right. Later, people.